So the tenant sublet out
Yes.
with your knowledge or not?
No, without our knowledge.
Without your knowledge.
Yeah,
and they
without
weren't
our
paying you rent.
Of course. They're collecting, but they're not paying.
So they were collecting rent from somebody else, but not paying you.
Yes.
Incredible.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
Today on our program, we have an outstanding guest for you, someone who actually did that. He actually called me and said, hey, Harvey, I want to talk to you about an issue I'm having. And his name is Stephen Navarra. Welcome, Stephen.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for having me, and thank you, staff, having me here.
So tell us a little bit about how you came to be a landlord here in Nevada. Let's start with that.
How I became to be a landlord is I retired from the San Francisco Bay Area as a civil servant there. I had been a landlord for 25 years. I invested in real estate there, flipped houses, all that. And then I diversified. I sold everything out of the San Francisco Bay Area, and I came to Nevada, and I retired, and I bought here.
And one of the things you experienced is one of your tenants wasn't able to or didn't pay, we should say.
Yeah, they have not been able to pay for whatever the reason. They haven't really even communicated with us. We've received only a couple emails. They just have disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah, they're living there, but they're ignoring you.
Yes.
So your tenant is beyond their lease term.
Oh, yeah, far beyond their lease term, as well as subleasing out the unit for over the last 9 months we're aware of. We hired a private detective to research the documents, to look at the criminal history backgrounds and so forth. We went in and did a maintenance inspection last weekend. These are all brand new properties.
Right, you bought all brand new.
All brand new. So I have no maintenance issues.
Right.
This looks like a 10-year-old rental that no one has done any work to.
Oh my goodness.
So it's very disappointing for us.
So wait, so the tenant sublet out?
Yes.
With your knowledge or not?
No, without our knowledge.
Without your knowledge.
Yeah,
and they weren't paying you rent.
Of course. They're collecting, but they're not paying.
So they were collecting rent from somebody else, but not paying you.
Yes.
Incredible. Tell us, from a landlord's perspective, what they could expect or possibly expect to get in terms of assistance right now from the state of Nevada.
I think that what we can expect as landlords is to get reimbursed from the state of Nevada, but it doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
It's a long, lengthy process. It's a long paperwork process, and I don't understand why.
It can be sped up dramatically if the tenant is helpful. Is that not so?
The tenant has to be helpful.
Yeah, they have to be.
There is no process for the landlord to seek reimbursement on their own. It's 100% tenant-based.
Right.
So without that, you're dead in the water.
You've been listening to Las Vegas Real Estate Now. If you ever have a question about real estate or any of the other topics we cover, just call me off air or text me at 702-203-1165. You can also check us out on the web at lvrealestateradio.com or on our handle on social media at LV Real Estate Radio. We'll meet you on the radio next Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on the new 101.5 FM, 720 a.m. KDWN, the Talk of Las Vegas.